All I want to say is, boy, community organizing, you know, this is it right here, and this is what it's all about. Your voices have been heard every step of the way, and I want to congratulate the leadership within your neighborhoods and your community, so give them a round of applause. Thank you for all being here. I have to use my teacher voice now, but you know, we are a proud Toledo neighborhood. We are definitely a proud Toledo neighborhood. And if you've lived in the neighborhood 50 years, raise your hand. If you lived in the neighborhood over 50 years, wow, that is something. And for 50 years, you're committed to Toledo, a proud Toledo. We are a vibrant city, and I think the facts bear that out. And we're going to now say that from the South Toledo area. If you lived here 40 years, raise your hand. Great. 30 years. I forgot 40, didn't I? 40 years. And 20 years, myself included. And so we're very proud of our efforts, and we really give credit to the Y leadership right now who have postponed their membership drive announcement tomorrow until we have our voices all in the same room together and can negotiate a very successful, practical, and sustainable Y plan for South Toledo. So we're very happy about that, but we have a lot of work to do yet. And we've got the talking points. If you have a bunch of flyers, pass them around to others. I'm only making an announcement that on the back of the flyer, we have action steps. Some of you have been very involved, and we thank you for that. But on the back of the flyer, we, number one, want you to notify the National YMCA, and the information is on there in their website and their email. The Greater Toledo YMCA, their telephone number, and the email of Todd Tibbetts, the elected leaders, including the state leaders, because we vote for your state tax dollars. They go to the local officials for programming that the YMCA has millions and millions of dollars. So, you know, state elected officials have every right to hear your voice. The Lucas County Commissioners, and we have Ben Konop will be here and talk very shortly, but that information's on here. The Toledo Public School Board just awarded contracts to the YWCA for the Toledo children. We want to make sure we have viable buildings for the programs for our Toledo children. And also the Toledo City Council. That information in the office of Mary Carty Finkbeiner. The website is called ymembersunite.com, and that's why we're here. We are about uniting people and really bringing people together and provide those services, especially in this economy. The 43609 zip code has just been identified as a tipping point neighborhood, which means that we have a high foreclosure rate. People are getting laid off. It's a distressed community. So we needed to expand that zip code for our Y membership to be successful. And we needed our voices to be heard to the board members to renegotiate these pieces. But I just want to quickly say congratulations to you for having your voices be heard, uniting, coming together, and we can really make this community great. We're looking forward to continue working with you and those people who want to really branch out and bring people outside of Toledo to understand we love our city. You know, if others outside of Toledo said, don't you understand that Toledo has been falling apart? Well, I have a different view. And if you have a different view, share your view with your neighbors outside of Toledo and help them understand that we need a strong Toledo, that it benefits everybody. So thank you, good luck. We look forward to moving forward even further. With that, Ben Konop.
Teresa, and you know, as Teresa pointed out, this is really a testament to the community coming out in these numbers and getting these achievements, which there have been achievements now with the announcement of the postponement of the drive. But it's also really, you know, a testament to the importance of the YMCA. And in a way, you know, the YMCA should look at this in a positive light, because it shows how important they are in the community and how vital they are to this neighborhood and really this whole county. As a commissioner, I voted on contracts with the YMCA worth over $10 million just in the last 2.5 years, and that's your money. I mean, you know, I'm representing you, and we're allotting contracts to the Y. So I mean, there is a tangible interest that you have in the YMCA. It's not just a nice thing to have. I mean, it is partly funded by you in this crowd, regardless of whether you're members. But in the long run, if we are to rebuild our city and our neighborhood, by neighborhood approach to rebuilding our city, we need institutions like the YMCA in the communities, because we want to attract young people to this city. We want to make senior citizens' lives vibrant in this city. And when institutions like the YMCA pack up and leave, that hurts the entire effort of what we're trying to do as a community. So I'm just here to offer my support and also suggest something. About 4 or 5 years ago, an institution right down the street in South Toledo, also the Toledo Zoo, was faced with some serious challenges. Questions about leadership. And there are similar questions about leadership at the YMCA that Cooper raised. They convened an outside committee with citizens representatives, labor representatives, business representatives. I know a number of people who served on that board. They got full openness. They got open, records. They got their books. They got to look at the travel expenses and the salaries and all of that. And then they came out of that with a very detailed report. And as far as I can tell, we just got a report from Ann Baker from the Toledo Zoo yesterday at our commissioners meeting. That institution is doing pretty well. Pretty well. And that was 4 or 5 years ago. They were under similar pressures as the YMCA is. So I'm also throwing that out there as a suggestion that I'd be willing to help with. Perhaps we can model some of the reform efforts on the institution right down the street and have a continuing partnership with the YMCA. I think it's very important this not be an adversarial situation, that we work together to do what's best for the community, which is have Ys in neighborhoods that need it, and South Toledo is definitely one of those neighborhoods. So thank you very much.
Up here today because I want everyone to know that we are Y members. Mondo has been playing flag football here, t-ball here, his swimming lessons here, his basketball here, and I want you to understand that if I speak up on an issue, it's because I care about this community. And I care, I'm a lifelong South Ender.
Yeah.
My son was upset about the closing. I could not remain silent anymore. And so Mondo wants to say just a few words quickly about what the Y means to him.
It means everything. It's just not one little Y. It's like every Y.